My name is Amanda with Manda Panda Projects, and I am coming at you with a super pretty digital deco designs little framed decor, okay? This one is called Victorian Floral Clock. I will put my affiliate link for this exact print in the comments. Also, her shop link is in my bio if you're on Instagram or TikTok. Easy to find, okay? It's called Victorian Floral Clock. So I took this print and I sized it down to 60% and I printed it onto cardstock instead of rice paper, which I normally do. And then I took a canvas, it's just a flat canvas from Dollar Tree, not a stretch canvas. And then I painted it red. I mixed apple barrel barn red and bright red together to get the perfect red. I had to paint like 3 coats on this sucker because red just does not cover well. I heard even over white canvas, look, you can even still see the streaks. I ended up doing 3 total coats. But you know what? They were very thin layers because I thought that I was just going to do 1 thin layer. So if you did some thick layers, it probably would have been just 2. Okay, so anyways, I took the print, I obviously cut it down, and then I took this wooden like detail frame. I think this is from Dollar Tree too, but can't remember, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. You can get things like this at Dollar Tree, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Amazon, pretty much anywhere. So I just took it. It's wood, so I went ahead and I stained it with my antique wax. Then I used a baby wipe to wipe this down. I am absolutely just in love with this, you guys. I think this is my favorite print from the new DDD design drop. She had lots of pretty ones, but this one was by far my fave. Okay, so I added that 3rd coat to the canvas, then I dried it really well. Then I took the frame and I used hot glue and I just put some hot glue right around the edges and just glued it to the back. There's no glass or anything in this. It's just a regular wooden frame. To tell you the truth, I don't even know if it came just like that. It might have came with something else. So I just tacked each corner down with some hot glue, and then once I had it in place and it was centered, I went around the whole top and bottom and to make sure that it was on there really, really good. There we go. Okay, now to hot glue it to the canvas. It's so like ornate and detailed that I had to just use little bits of glue all around, but I think it's going to stick on there just fine. So I centered it up, got it on there, and honestly, it looks pretty just like this. You don't even really need to do anything to it, but of course, I did. So I took my antique gold rub and buff and I just rubbed and rubbed and rubbed all over. I did this for a while because it wasn't showing up very well on the antique wax. So I kept adding more and more until I basically had it where I wanted it to. So I rubbed it all around the edges, all around all the little nooks and crannies and the details. And then I took a little bit more and kind of rubbed it all over the entire frame just to give it like a little bit of a shimmer. And it looked so good with this print. It just like goes perfectly, that shimmer with the Victorian print. I just love it. So then I took some and I went around the edges of the canvas to make those kind of pop. And here, it's hard to kind of see on camera. It honestly looks a lot prettier in person, but you get the gist. You get the gist. I'll show a close-up here at the end, and hopefully you can see it a little bit better. All right, so now I wanted to make a small bow. Nothing too big. I did so good on making my bow small. You guys, tell me that you are not proud. I want to hear if you're proud because usually my bows end up so big. So I just took just a few strands, like two little strips of the muslin, 2 little strips of this like newspaper kind of fabric, and 2 little strips of the red and white ticking. And I just layered them up in my Bowdabra and made a cute little bow. I kept the whole, I didn't edit out really any of this bow. Did I? I think I kept most of it in because it was so short. So I just made a cute little loopy bow. I did not put very long tails, just short ones, and I had to trim it up where needed. As you can see, I'm trimming it there. And then on the top of the bow, I didn't really necessarily want to put a button, so I wanted the very top of the bow to look a little bit different than the rest. So I just looped some twine back and forth. So I'd cut one really long piece of twine and then looped it. And took that out and just tie it up. Once you tie your bow, you just gotta, mess with it, fluff it around, open up the loops until it looks like you want it to look. I always double knot it too because I want to keep it nice and tight. Trimmed it up a little more. And voila. Voila. Okay, then I have these little like antique bronze kind of color keys. These were sent to me in Happy Mail as well, so I'm not sure where they're from, but I know you could get something like this on Amazon. They might even have them at Dollar Tree sometimes. So I just tied that to a piece of twine and then glued that to the top of the bow, glued the bow to the frame. And then I took a Totally Dazzled. I also have a link for Totally Dazzled. This is my favorite set ever. It's the antique bronze rhinestone bling bows or something like that, but they're little bling bows and they're so cute. So I put it right at the top of the clock. And I wasn't sure I wanted to add this. I could probably do without it, but I felt like it needed something in the bottom right to like balance it out, and just bring out a little bit of that dark hunter green that is in the print. So I just glued it to the bottom corner, and then I didn't show it on camera because I ended up doing it after I stopped, but I did add a little bit of gold, the antique gold rub and buff to that heart as well. Okay, and then for a little twine hanger, I just did a little one. I didn't want it to be a huge hanger. I just knotted each end of the hanger, and that gives the glue something to hang on to, and then just glued it to the back. And this is it. How gorgeous is this? You guys, this print is gorgeous. It could be Valentine's Day, but it could definitely be year round. It does not have to be Valentine's Day. It has a lot of really, really, really pretty elements with the little butterfly and the roses. And I just love this. Leave me a comment, you guys. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know if you love this print. Like I said, I'll leave my link to this print in the comments so you can grab it if you want to make this or something else with it. And I just hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know if you're going to make something like this. And happy crafting. Bye-bye.